Welcome to the Brew Coachman Show, where we discuss how to live your best life. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Hi everyone, good evening and welcome to the Brew Coachman Show. How are you doing today? How was your day? Did you have fun today? I hope you weren't too stressed today. Anyways, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. I'm your hostess as usual, Be More, and I'm with my co-host,
Coachman.
So, how has your week been so far? Good? I hope so. Okay, so we're going to dive into today's topic for the Brew Coachman Show, and our topic today is how to set goals and time management skills. How to set goals and time management skills. I'm sure a lot of us know what goals are, yeah? Goals are basically what you put in place to help you keep a check on yourself, yeah, and help you focus on what it is that you want. In our previous episodes, we talked about what it is that you want out of life. Goals are things that you keep in place to help you get to what it is that you want in life. You know, you set up different targets and everything that you want out of life, and you set goals to enable you reach those targets. So today we're going to talk about how to set those goals. Now, you have different goals, yeah? Your targets could be you want a slimmer, firmer, tighter, more beautiful body, whether you're a lady or a guy. Or you could have an intangible goal, like you want to develop yourself a bit further, you want to learn a new skill, you know, to enable you do better at life generally or at your job in particular. What is it that you need to consider to set a goal that you can achieve, right? You know, there's a difference between
Tell me about it.
A dream is actually even painting it nicely. There's a difference between a goal and a wish.
And a delusion, more like.
I didn't want to be that nasty. But, you know, you get it. So you could actually just dream about, you want, it's what a lot of us do. Like, yeah, every new year, new
resolutions.
Goals. These are my goals
2025.
2025.
Day for who, day for you.
Bam. I am going to do this, I'm going to do that. By this time, I will do this, I will do that. You know, and that by the time you finish setting those goals in your mind, you don't even put them down, you don't even pen them down. You tell yourself, yeah, you're going to do this, and you're going to do that. And before the first week of January,
they're all trashed out. They're trashed out. That's the word for it. Trashed out. It is a garbage kind of history.
A lot of us do that.
Been there, done that. Woo, moved on.
A lot of us do that with weight loss goals. You know, I'm going to lose this number of kg this year, right? And then second week into January, man, I beg man no die, man no rotten. Person has to charm, I beg. Now big belly I get, I don't kill Jesus.
I tell you.
And the goals or the dreams or whatever it is that we had, that's it, out there in the trash, done, and life goes on, you know. So this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about how to actually like set goals that you can work towards. Now, you know, in doing a bit of research for this topic, one of the things that stood out immediately was you have to have SMART goals. Coach, will you break down what SMART is for them?
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
So let's talk about each of those things in particular. Specific.
Well, you know me and my ways and why I'm called a coach. I'm going to have to go back to the very beginning.
The inner man.
Yes. Call me anything you want to call.
Oh, gosh.
You must have been following us for some time now. And you see, where we're coming from at Brew Coachman is that the fundamental foundation, the formula by which we define ourselves is from the spirit.
Yeah.
So man is a tripartite being. Man is a spirit, he has a soul, and he lives in a body. So that's 3 in 1. Spirit, having the soul, and living in the body. So I'll tell you something. It's a spirit that can have goals. It's a spirit that can define the intangible, that can define the trajectory of your life. It's a spirit that can enforce. When Bima was talking right now, she was talking about how having goals and not being able to achieve them. Those are not real goals because they don't come from the spirit man. It's a spirit that knows where you're headed, where you're going, and how to use every moment, second, and minute of your life to achieve those goals. If not, you just find out that you're just wishing. Because let me tell you something that happens in the world. To every force, there's an equal and opposite reaction to that force. So as you want to achieve your goals, there are also things and forces and if circumstances making sure you don't achieve those goals. That's life. That's why most of us get derailed. Not that we don't want to achieve goals, but there are things that are making us negate that power that we have. So specific goals, you have to first define yourself as a spirit person. That's number one. You cannot have those goals. You see, because if you don't have those goals, you won't be able to put your life in perspective. There are three goals you must have. Specifically, there's a spirit goal, what your vision is of life. There's a soul goal, what you want to achieve with your life, your mission, the family, industry, the network, the things you will do with life. And there is the physical goal. I want to make money. I want to hit a target. I want to get slim. I want to travel. So it's knowing how to balance the three that defines the trajectory of your life. So specifically, you have to go back to your tripartite nature and begin to move from there. Direction defines everything. So I hope I've answered your question, Bima.
So you've basically just spoken about the importance of being specific, as in having a specific goal. And basically, like what you're saying is that for you to actually have a specific goal, it has to come from your inside.
You have to live from within yourself, from inside spirit. You have to live inside out. Because the goal has to be internalized.
Yeah.
For it to be communicated and externalized. If you're not feeling the goal, you're not having the goal. You must have an expectation of what you expect your life to be. And that's what I'm always saying. It's your spirit that guides that expectation. Your spirit person, your inner mind tells you this is what you must do today. This is how you must go about it. So no matter the treacheries or the subterfuge that hit you at life, you're able to navigate it.
So basically, as in coming from the inside helps you to, it gives you that focus.
Absolute focus, exactly.
That you need to be specific.
Yes, to be specific.
Your goal.
And to be consistent with that specific focus. You've got to be consistent.
Yeah.
It gives that everyday drive to want to move on to that direction because that's what you truly are.
So that's the importance of having a specific goal, guys. It helps you focus. It gives you direction and focus, and you know, okay, this is it. You're hitting the nail on the head. And then it gives you the why, because of the fact, like Coach mentioned, because of the fact that it's coming from deep inside you, as in your spirit. It is what it is that you need, not just what it is that you want.
Exactly.
Right? It's what it is that you need. So it gives you that important why. So when you are tempted to stop being consistent at working on that goal, you know, you have that why prodding you forward and helping you to stay focused on that goal because of the fact that, you know, it came from within, as in from the inside. So it's like it's a need, you know. Actually, it's not just a one, you know, focused there. So it's important that, you know, for your goals to be very specific, it has to come from your inner man, from your inside. Let's talk about it being measurable. What is it when you say that your goal should be measurable?
When it comes from your spirit, you can measure the energy you have to give to it.
Okay.
Whatever you give life to, whatever you give energy to, creates life. Energy defines life. Now, when it's flowing from inside you, you know exactly what to do, when to do it, where to do it, and how to do it.
Yeah.
It defines the direction. It creates a trajectory. It makes you realize that this is where you are headed today. Okay, for instance, you say to yourself, I have woken up by 5 a.m. What do I have to do? Quiet time. Focus. Measures your time. As against browsing your phone, as against watching a movie, as against just going into the day, browsing your phone, as against watching a movie, as against just going into the day, your time becomes accountable. You can only measure what's accountable, Demo. So it becomes accountable. It becomes a to-do list. It becomes a ritual. It becomes a practice. You know, every day people have a to-do list. I wake up by 5 a.m. in the morning, 5 to 5:30, I have my quiet time. That 30 minutes defines the day. That's a measure. You see, people live lives that are very careless. Aristotle said the unexamined life is not worth living. Now, for you to measure something, it has to be properly examined. You can only measure that which you give value to. So it is specific first and foremost. And what's the specific nature? It comes from within. It comes from the spirit. It comes from who you are.
So that means it has value.
It has value. This is a must do. It's a will do. It's not a maybe. It's not should I not. It's something that your spirit has said, go and do this.
Yeah.
You move in that direction. That's why it becomes measurable. You're able to treasure the measure that you've been given.
So basically, you're able to like Coach talked about now, all of those things. You wake up in the morning 5:30 to this time. Those are milestones basically that you've
Absolutely.
set
The
for your day.
guidelines, exactly.
That guide you through your day. And in setting your goals, you need those milestones. So you set a goal that you want to. I'll use the example again of losing weight, yeah, because a lot of us talk about doing that at the beginning of the year. So you set a clear goal that you want to lose weight. It matters enough to you that it's coming from deep inside, as in you need to. This is not just a wish now. You need to do that because it's affecting the way you regard yourself. It's affecting your self-confidence and all of that. And so you have a need to be able to do that, right?
Yeah.
Now you set clear milestones. I'm waking up at 5:30 in the morning. From 5:30 to this time, okay, my quiet time. From 6 o'clock to say 7 o'clock, I'm going to work out. I'm going to have so and so thing for breakfast. I'm going to do intermittent fasting from so and so time to so and so time. I'm going to eat this from so time to so time. My lunch is going to only be this within this period. When I come back in the evening, I'm going to have something light, and then I'm taking probably like lemon tea or whatever and all that before I go to bed. And you keep to that routine. So those milestones are going to guide you through the day.
Exactly.
You set reminders on your phone. Have I drunk enough water today? How many liters of water have I taken today? What am I having for lunch? This is time for lunch. Okay, it's too late for lunch. Now I miss lunch. So I cannot take more than this amount of food for dinner. Milestones, guys. So that's what measuring your goals help you do. So let's talk about your goals should be achievable. Don't set goals for yourself that are ridiculous, right? Don't set goals for yourself that are ridiculous. You want to lose weight. I want to lose 30 kilograms in 1 month. Come on. Apart from going for probably like liposuction or I don't know, that doesn't seem attainable, really. Like how does that work in 4 weeks? So set goals for yourself that can actually be achievable. And here's what that does. It doesn't put too much of a strain on you when you are not able to achieve those goals, right? I want to make, your goal is to make more money this month. I want to make 100 million in 1 month. Meanwhile, you're not even making up to 100,000 already in a month.
I want to drive a G-Wagon in the next 2 years.
That juju you want to use, or you want to go rob a bank. So put goals that can be achieved, realistic goals. That's what does it are?
Realistic, relevant.
Relevant, yeah. So put goals that are achievable, put goals that are realistic.
Yes.
Don't kid yourself.
Practical.
As I say, if you're lying to everybody else, don't lie to yourself.
True talk.
So be truthful with yourself. Put goals that you think are achievable, yeah? And then goals that are relevant. Let's talk about relevance.
Now let me add something to the achievable goal. You see, this is the important reason why you have to live life from within. And you live life as a tripartite being and live from the spirit. Anything that comes from the spirit is achievable.
Okay.
Let that sink in. It comes from within. So there's a flow from somewhere, a flow from a river, right? There's a flow towards a direction. Have you seen the river, guys? The ocean. What does it do every day? It flows.
Yeah.
It flows what? It flows forward. Does it flow backwards? No. You see, we have to learn in this country how to go with the natural ways that make life so beautiful. If you live life from inside you, and you are tripartite, and you're able to define specific goals, you're able to measure your energy, then you're able to achieve them, you will realize one thing, that life does not give you what you cannot chew. It really doesn't. So I always tell people, the major problem is when you're disconnected, then all these other issues come up. They become disjointed. They become things you cannot achieve. When you have a particular plan, it's something you can conceive, it's something you can see, it will flow with you. And it becomes what it is, achievable, very achievable. So whatever comes from within is what you can do very, very well. Remember that. And it's relevant to your life, like you were going to say.
Yeah.
Because it's who you are. Have you ever asked yourself how animals survive in the wild? Have you ever asked yourself how animals survive in the wild? How do they sleep at night?
They're just wired to. There's something inside of them that guides them.
Thank you. The same thing here. There's something in each of us that guides us. All we have to do is be aware of it. That's the whole purpose. Life wasn't meant to be that hard now, guys. Come on, let's think about it. Was it meant to be that tough?
No,
Exactly.
no. At least I don't think that was that wasn't the original intent. When God created.
It made it easy. When you breathe, Bima, do you breathe so hard? Do you find it hard to breathe?
It comes naturally.
Thank you.
So life should be as easy as
yes, life should be as easy as when you're digesting your food. When you eat your food, are you aware of it? Are you aware of the process that go on in your stomach?
So what happens now? Why is it that it's not quite as easy as it's supposed to?
People are not connected to the power and the energy they have within themselves. They're not living a tripartite life. They're living just a very material life. And that's where all the problem comes from.
So the solution is for us to go deep within and reconnect with our spirit self.
Yes, go back, reset, recalibrate.
From deep within. And the way we can do that is to go back and search ourselves physically.
Exactly.
Find us
again. The only way to change Nigeria, I tell people, is not to travel abroad or anything. It's not location. It's the person. Find yourself again. Rediscover yourself. Open yourself to the possibilities that exist. But that comes from inside of yourself.
Okay, so the last element that when we're talking about SMART goals is time bound. We already spoke about that when we were talking about this earlier. So give yourself a time, keeping in mind that your goals should be realistic, right? Realistic, achievable. So put a time frame that is achievable, right? It's like what we spoke about just now. You want to make 100 million naira in a month or two, even in 6 months. You haven't even learned how to make 100,000 naira. Come on. So give yourself a time frame. I know, and coach, I think that's difficult in today's world because in our world today we're so used to having it now.
As a social media age, it's tech, it's all
immediately, like this.
Press the button and it sends.
Overnight success.
The last kind of life.
Exactly.
No process, all progress.
Yeah. The overnight success. I would take that to be literal. Yes. Usually when we were growing up, when we heard about overnight success meant somebody who had spent maybe like about 15, 20 years to
do it overnight.
But now overnight success is taken to be literally overnight. And so
it takes 15 years to get 15 minutes of fame.
But not in today's world. That's not what they're driving. And so I think that puts a lot of pressure
on each person.
On people.
All right. Yeah.
To deliver. So if you are not doing, it means that then you're messing up.
You're not living it up.
Don't you know what your mates are doing? Take it easy, guys. Put time frames to your goals that actually make sense.
But Bimo, let me add something here. See, when I go back to what I go back to, people always think, oh, there you go again with this, your spirit and all that. The spirit has time, it has your goals set up for you. There's a time allocated to each goal. I tell people this, for instance, in my life right now, I have a 2-year goal, I got a 5-year goal, between now and 2027, between now and 2030. I have a 45 years goal between now and 2070.
Yeah.
So what would give me that impetus? It is an assignment I've been birthed to do. The spirit tells you what to do, when to do it, how to do it. It attracts the necessary people for you to achieve those dreams. So if you come from within, it's the whole purpose of my life and why I am partnering with Bimo is to make people realize the power they have within. It's not hard. Life wasn't meant to be tough, guys. There's a certain reason why you were created. There's a certain assignment you have to perform. There are certain things you have to do before you exit the world. It will go step by step. So the time bound is actually from within. But if you don't have that connection to who you are, trust me, guys, there are a lot of things that will...
Yeah. Yeah. And that brings us to talking about time management skills. How do you manage your time wisely so you don't get derailed? Like talked about how are you able to, because we only have 24 hours in a day, guys. But
how do you use it?
How do you use it? Because you find out that somebody has, right, all of us have 24 hours, yeah?
Some use it better than others.
That's it in a nutshell. So because somebody has 24 hours and in his 24 hours is able to build an empire over time. We talk about industry giants like Dangote, and then there are some of us who are barely able to
Oh,
in 24 hours.
good.
So what's the difference? Is it like what the Bible spoke about, time and chance happen to, so is it time? Time is general for all of us, but what about chance? Chance doesn't seem to be quite as...
What about choice, Bima?
Choice.
Forgot choice.
Choice is very important. And here's an ugly truth, an uncomfortable truth, that I happened upon once, like what I read then was that you are responsible for where you are right now. Why? Is because every choice you have made from birth up until now
Brought you there.
has brought you to this point.
Whether you like it or not.
Whether for good or for bad. So you hate where you are right now. Honey, sorry to break
Change
it
your
to
choices.
you. It's your fault. Kind of.
Take full responsibility.
So choices, like Coach said. So let's talk about how do we manage this time that we've been given? How do we make the most out of the time? I know one of the things that I have realized in life that is a great time waster is procrastination.
It's a thief of time.
Jesus.
I will do it.
That thing it kills your time. It gobbles up your time,
In chunks.
I'm telling you. So you've already set these goals. You've already everything. Your goals are smart. They're measurable. They're achievable in your mind. They are relevant. They are time bound. Let's talk about the time bound thing. You're supposed to do this at this time.
Like some people I know, they're supposed to wake up at 5:30. What happens?
Let's even start up here. That's a good example. Let's talk about the waking up thing. Your alarm goes up at 5:30.
Do we?
You grab the phone with your eyes closed.
And then press the snooze button.
As in, you've gotten so used to it that you don't even need to look at your phone. You already know what.
Not to kill that dream.
I say you just snooze automatically. I'll do it. And then the alarm goes off again, maybe like in another 15 minutes, you snooze again. And the alarm goes off like in 30 minutes time, you snooze. And then eventually
that moment has passed.
Let me just close my eyes, as in just 1 minute. And then 1 minute is like almost an hour later.
2 hours sometimes.
Then you jump up from the bed and all of that and start getting ready. I mean, you can't do all of those things. You don't have time. You don't have your quiet time period anymore. You can't go for your jogging. You can't do all those things that you wanted to do before heading out to work. And then you have to rush and head out to work. And then you're at work and you're supposed to do something. Oh, let me just quickly glance at this mail that came in on my phone. And we all know that, this phone thing, even though you can do so many things, with the phone, it's very distracting because you could choose to focus. Okay, say you want to read your Bible or read an email like we spoke about, and then this WhatsApp message drops in, like, oh, let me quickly glance at it. And then you quickly glance at the message, and you see the message, it's a post from maybe like Facebook or TikTok or something. Let me just quickly see the video, and 2 hours later, you're still seeing the video. Procrastination is a thief of time, guys. So how do we, Coach, what would they say, how do we get rid of?
My nursery rhyme. If you have anything to do, anything to do, anything to do, do what you have to do. Do it now.
Coach went to another butter school. Some of us that didn't know that nursery rhyme. Need the Paco version. Man, I don't know the Paco version. Even his well, I know I've heard his version before, sure. But it sounded a bit different to me. But yeah, this is it. Yeah. So if you have anything to do
now,
just do it, like Nike.
Yes, just do it. Yeah,
just do it.
Right.
And get it done. So that's all we're going to be able to take for today, guys. We are out of time. Unfortunately, time just goes by swiftly. Yeah. We would love for you to join us tomorrow as we talk some more about how to manage your time. We're going to be rounding up that discussion on tomorrow's episode, and we would love for you to be here, join us and watch and learn, with us as to how to be able to manage your time. We hope you've gotten something, a thing or two, you've learned a thing or two today about goals, about how to set your goals, what to look out for when you're setting your goals, and a tiny bit about, the thief of time. So we'll be expecting to see you here with us tomorrow. But until then, have a lovely night ahead. Sleep tight, relax, and wake up rejuvenated, and all of that for tomorrow, to give tomorrow your best. So have a lovely night, folks. Good night from me, Be More. Coach.
Good night, guys. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Thank you for watching the Brew Coachman Show. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join us next time for another exciting episode.